Good evening. Thanks for joining us on the news at 8. Today, the 13th day in the month of May 2022. I am Grace Tokazieka. Chief First Headlines. Very Reverend David Kalu emerges new clerk of the Presbyterian Church South Central Synod. Senator Kalu says killing of Deborah over blaspheming, devastating and worrisome. Calls for prosecutions of culprit. We are living in sadness and joy, Minister tells President Buhari. With your commercials, we'll be right back with the details and many more. Stay connected.
The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja.
Welcome back. Now the details. Very Reverend Dave Ahmad Kalu has emerged the new clerk of Presbyterian Church of Nigeria South Central Synod after trouncing Very Reverend Peter Obaimoko with 179 against 74 votes. ABN TV reports that the election coincided with the 26th annual Synod meeting on Friday, 13th May 2022 at Queen Elizabeth Hospital Chapel, FMC Umuahia in Abia State. Former Governor of Abia State and the Chief Whip of the Senate, Dr. Ojiuzo Kalu, has lamented the gruesome murder of a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, Ms. Deborah Yakubu, by her classmates who accused her of blaspheming Prophet Muhammad. Describing the act as evil, cruel, and barbaric, Kalu called on Sokoto State government and security agencies and authorities of the higher institution to work harmoniously in bringing the perpetrators of the ugly act to book. Nigeria's Immigration Service has denied reports that it is recruiting into the service. In a statement issued by the Acting Controller General of Immigration, Issa Jare Idris, said that the spurious public notices circulating on social media announcing a general recruitment and replacement exercise into the service were fake. He said that the report was done by some fraudulent persons who are seeking to deceive and exploit unsuspecting members of the public into parting with their hard-earned resources for non-existent vacancies. The Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Kuka, has condemned the death killing of female students of the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto. He also called for calm over the incident, saying it had nothing to do with religion. A coalition of over 80 human rights organizations under the aegis of the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room on Thursday raised the alarm that unresolved issues in the area of security, economy and transportation and education may constitute a serious threat to peaceful and credible general elections in 2023. The NCSSR said that the situation could also create a tense political atmosphere which could be leached on by these gun-tailed groups to disrupt the polls. The convener of the Situation Room, NAOB, raised the issues during a press conference which was held at the headquarters of the Police and Legal Advocacy Center. The Nigerian Air Force has vowed to end insecurity in the country, urging Nigerians to be patient with the service. This is as it described the security challenges as dynamic and uncertain, which requires continuous review of strategies. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commando Edwin Gabwe, disclosed this while fielding questions from journalists during a press briefing to highlight activities for the Nigerian Air Force 58th anniversary. The operatives of the Abuja Zonal Command of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have arrested one Afolabi Samed, the owner of a Yahoo Academy in Abuja. The 24-year-old was arrested on Thursday in a sting operation alongside 16 of his students. The youngsters between the ages of 18 and 27 years were arrested at their hideout located in Peace Court Estate, Lokogoma, a suburb of Abuja. Students protesting against strike action of the Academic Staff Union Universities on Friday in Ibadan had a face-off with a team of the Nigerian Army who, in a bid to force their way through blockage by the students, almost ran them over with their vehicle. The video obtained showed protesting students almost falling off as the military vehicle attempted to advance through them. The students had gathered at the front gate of the University of Ibadan for a third-term protest, calling on the federal government to accede to the demands of the striking lecturers in order to fast-track the reopening of public institutions which have been shut down since 88 days. The Senate President and Presidential Aspirant of All Progressives Congress APC, Senator Ahmed Lawan, has approved the appointment of Mr. Ike Ekoma as the official spokesman of his presidential campaign organization. Lawan is seeking nomination as the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. The appointment, which takes immediate effect, was announced in a release on Friday signed by Senator Bello Madia of the Ahmed Lawan campaign organization. The outgoing ministers in President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet have told the president they are living in sadness and joy. They thank the president for providing ample opportunities to serve in his cabinet and contribute a quota to nation building. Speaking on behalf of the other ministers at a valedictory sections for appointees leaving the cabinet to pursue political ambitions, the Minister of Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, who is among the presidential candidates on the platform of the All Progressives Congress APC, subscribed working with the president as a fantastic and knowledgeable experience. On the foreign scene, Japan is expanding the list of goods and technologies whose export to Russia are prohibited over the situation around Ukraine. The Japanese Ministry of Economic, Trade and Industry said on Friday that the ban has already been approved by the country's government and will come into force on May 20th. North Korea has announced an explosive COVID-19 outbreak that has likely killed 6 persons and infected more than 350,000. According to state media, this is prompting fears of an impending and deadly crisis in the isolated and impoverished nation. The announcement comes a day after the country reported its first ever coronavirus case, calling the situation a major national emergency. While on sports, the Sports Ministry has approved the appointment of Jose Cyril as the new head coach of the Super Eagles. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has reportedly picked Pesiro to replace Gennaro Rohr as the substantive head coach of the Super Eagles ahead of 3 other candidates. And this brings us to the end of the news at 8. But before we go, let's have our major headlines. Very Reverend David Kalu emerges new clerk of the Presbyterian Church South Central Synod. Senator Kalu says killings of Deborah over blasphemy devastating and worrisome, calls for prosecutions of culprits. We are living in sadness and joy, Minister tells President Buhari. These and many more on our platforms. Just log on to www.abntv.com.ng. And you can also follow on all our social media platforms being displayed on your screen. I am Grace Dr. Zirika. So, be safe.